What's up, everyone? I'm super excited to take you on this adventure. Today we're diving into the world's largest, most mysterious abandoned ships ever discovered. These aren't just old boats, they're floating cities, once bustling with life, now left to rust in silence and solitude. Each ship is a legend, with stories of tragedy, luxury, and mystery waiting to be uncovered. We're about to uncover the secrets of 5 of the most legendary abandoned ships ever found. From iconic shipwrecks to modern disasters, everyone has a jaw-dropping story to tell. So buckle up, this is going to be a wild ride. Let's get into it right now. First up, the Titanic, the most famous shipwreck in history. Its name alone conjures images of grandeur, tragedy, and the relentless power of the sea. The story of the Titanic is not just about a ship, but about human dreams, hubris, and the lessons we continue to learn from disaster. Launched in 1912, the Titanic was a marvel of engineering and ambition. At the time, it was the largest moving object ever constructed by human hands, a floating palace stretching nearly 900 feet long, with 9 decks and room for over 2,200 passengers and crew. It was marketed as unsinkable, a symbol of technological progress and luxury, boasting grand staircases, opulent dining rooms, and first-class cabins that rivaled the finest hotels of the era. But on its maiden voyage, disaster struck. Late on the night of April 14, 1912, the Titanic collided with an iceberg in the frigid North Atlantic. The impact tore open the ship's hull, and within less than 3 hours, the so-called unsinkable ship slipped beneath the waves. Over 2,500 men, women and children lost their lives in one of the deadliest maritime disasters in history, sending shockwaves around the world and forever changing the way we think about safety at sea. For decades, the exact location of the wreck remained a mystery, shrouded in myth and legend. It wasn't until 1985, over 70 years later, that a team led by Dr. Robert Ballard finally discovered the Titanic's resting place, nearly 2.5 miles beneath the surface. The ship lay eerily preserved in the icy darkness, a ghostly reminder of that fateful night. Today, the Titanic's remains are a haunting time capsule. The bow, still recognizable, is covered in rusticles, strange icicle-like formations created by bacteria slowly eating away at the metal. The ship is being consumed by the ocean, its once glittering interiors, now home to deep-sea creatures, and the silent passage of time. Each expedition to the wreck is a race against time. The Titanic is deteriorating rapidly, and scientists estimate that within a few decades it may vanish completely, reclaimed by the sea. Every dive is a chance to document, study, and preserve what remains before it's lost forever. The scale of the wreck is staggering. Over 52,000 tons of steel, split in two by the immense forces of the sinking, now lie scattered across a vast debris field on the ocean floor. Personal belongings, dishes, shoes, and even unopened bottles of champagne still rest among the twisted metal, silent witnesses to the lives that were changed forever. Exploring the Titanic is no easy feat. The crushing pressure, freezing temperatures, and total darkness make it one of the most challenging environments on Earth. Only high-tech submersibles and remotely operated vehicles, backed by millions of dollars in funding and years of planning, can reach these depths and safely return with images and data. The Titanic is more than just a shipwreck. It's a monument to human ambition, a symbol of both our greatest achievements and our most tragic mistakes. Its story continues to captivate us, reminding us of the fragility of life and the unstoppable power of nature. As we begin our journey into the world's most legendary shipwrecks, there's truly no better place to start than with the Titanic, a story of hope, loss, and the enduring mysteries that lie beneath the waves. Next up, we have a ship that's not just a legend of the seas, but a true marvel of American ambition and engineering, the SS United States. This isn't just any ocean liner, it's the fastest one ever built, a vessel that once symbolized the very peak of transatlantic travel and national pride. Launched with great fanfare in 1952, the SS United States was a product of post-war optimism and cutting-edge technology. Designed not only for luxury and speed, but also with a secret military purpose in mind, it could be converted in a matter of days to carry up to 15,000 troops across the ocean if needed. Its maiden voyage was a moment of national celebration, with crowds lining the docks and newspapers hailing it as a new era in travel. The ship didn't just meet expectations, it shattered them. On its very first crossing, the SS United States broke the transatlantic speed record, making the journey from New York to Europe in just over 3 days. That record, set more than 70 years ago, still stands unbeaten to this day. The ship became a symbol of American innovation, and its triumph was celebrated with parades and headlines around the world. What made the SS United States so extraordinary was its engineering. With a staggering 240,000 horsepower under the hood, it was the most powerful ocean liner ever constructed. The ship was built almost entirely without wood to reduce fire risk, using aluminum and other lightweight materials to maximize speed. Its engines were a closely guarded secret, designed by the same minds behind American warships, but the world was changing fast. The arrival of commercial jet airliners in the 1960s made ocean crossings seem slow and old-fashioned. Passenger numbers dwindled, and by 1969, the SS United States was retired from service. Once the pride of the nation, it was left to sit idle, its paint peeling and its decks empty as the golden age of ocean liners faded into memory. Today, the SS United States sits quietly in Philadelphia, a massive rusting relic docked along the Delaware River. Stripped of its luxurious interiors and famous fittings, the ship is a shadow of its former self. Yet even in its abandoned state, it commands attention, a silent witness to a bygone era of glamour and speed. Despite decades of neglect, a dedicated group of preservationists and volunteers refuse to give up on the ship. The SS United States Conservancy is working tirelessly to raise funds and awareness, hoping to restore the ship and give it a new purpose. But the costs are staggering. Tens of millions of dollars are needed just to keep the ship afloat, let alone restore it to its former glory. The threat of scrapping looms large. If the Conservancy can't secure enough funding, the SS United States could be sold for scrap metal. Its history lost forever. It's a race against time, with each passing year bringing the ship closer to an uncertain fate. Walking through its empty corridors, you can still sense the faded grandeur, the echoes of laughter, the clinking of glasses, the excitement of passengers crossing the Atlantic at record speed. The SS United States is more than just a ship. It's a ghostly monument to a golden era, still holding its world record, still waiting for someone to write its next chapter. For now, it remains the fastest abandoned ship in the world, a silent giant, docked in Philadelphia, dreaming of the day it might sail again. Now, the Costa Concordia, a modern cruise ship turned disaster. Launched in 2006, it was a billion-dollar floating resort with every luxury imaginable. In 2012, a reckless maneuver sent it crashing into rocks off Italy, tearing a massive gash in its hull. The evacuation was chaos. Lifeboats jammed, passengers leaping into the sea. 32 people died, and the captain abandoned ship early, later convicted of manslaughter. The wreck became a global spectacle, lying on its side for over 2 years. Salvaging it was a $1.5 billion engineering feat, rotated upright, refloated, and towed away for scrap. The Costa Concordia is a chilling reminder. Even the most advanced ships are vulnerable to human error. In ours, a floating paradise became a billion-dollar shipwreck. Its story changed cruise safety forever. Next, the MV Lyubov Orlova, the real-life ghost ship. Built in 1976 for polar expeditions, it ended up abandoned in Canada after its owners went bankrupt. In 2013, while being towed for scrap, a storm snapped the line, setting the empty ship adrift in the Atlantic. Authorities pushed it into international waters, hoping it would sink, but it didn't. For weeks, it drifted, untracked, a hazard to shipping and the stuff of headlines. Emergency beacons later signaled off Ireland, then silence. The ship vanished. Theories ran wild. Did it sink, or is it still out there, crewed by cannibal rats? No one knows for sure. The Lyubov Orlova is the ultimate abandoned ship, lost, mysterious, and maybe still haunting the waves. Its fate remains one of the ocean's greatest mysteries. At last, I found myself standing before the legendary RMS Queen Mary, an abandoned ship you can actually visit, and one that's earned a reputation as the most haunted vessel afloat. The sight of her massive hull rising from the harbor in Long Beach is both awe-inspiring and a little intimidating, especially when you know the stories that linger within her steel walls. When she was launched in 1936, the Queen Mary was the epitome of luxury and innovation. She was not only larger and faster than the Titanic, but she also set new standards for ocean travel, boasting opulent ballrooms, grand dining halls, and staterooms fit for royalty. For decades, she ferried celebrities, dignitaries, and everyday travelers across the Atlantic, becoming a floating palace and a symbol of a bygone era. But her story took a dramatic turn during World War II. Painted a ghostly gray, she was transformed into a troop ship, carrying thousands of soldiers to the front lines. The Queen Mary survived a deadly collision at sea, earning the nickname Grey Ghost for her speed and her ability to slip through dangerous waters undetected. The ship's wartime service was marked by both heroism and tragedy, and some say the spirits of those turbulent years still linger on board. After decades of service, the Queen Mary was retired in 1967 and found a new home in Long Beach, California. Today, she stands as a floating hotel and museum, drawing visitors from around the world. But beneath the polished wood and gleaming brass, the ship has a reputation for being one of the most haunted places on Earth. A place where history and the supernatural seem to intertwine. Guests and staff alike have reported chilling encounters, ghostly voices echoing through the empty corridors, shadowy apparitions glimpsed in the engine room, and unexplained cold spots that send shivers down your spine. Stateroom B340 in particular is infamous for its paranormal activity. Doors slam shut on their own, faucets turn on and off, and some guests have fled in the middle of the night too frightened to stay. The Queen Mary's haunted reputation has made it a magnet for thrill-seekers, paranormal investigators, and curious tourists. Nightly ghost tours wind through the ship's most notorious hotspots, and visitors come from every corner of the globe hoping to catch a glimpse of something otherworldly. The stories they take home only add to the ship's mystique. Spending the night aboard the Queen Mary is an experience unlike any other. As darkness falls, the ship's long, echoing hallways take on a life of their own. Every creak and groan of the old vessel feels loaded with meaning, and it's easy to imagine the past coming alive around you. Here, history and the supernatural truly collide, creating an atmosphere that's both magical and unsettling. The Queen Mary is more than just a relic of the golden age of ocean liners. It's a living museum, a time capsule, and a place where the line between past and present blurs. Its elegant halls and grand salons whisper stories of glamour, adventure, and tragedy, while its shadowy corners hint at secrets that may never be fully uncovered. Decades after her last voyage, the Queen Mary continues to make history, not just as a monument to human achievement, but as a place where the unexplained still happens. She's a testament to the enduring power of legend and proof that some abandoned ships never truly rest. So if you're feeling brave, step aboard and walk her haunted halls for yourself. Who knows what you might encounter in the shadows of the Queen Mary? That's a wrap on 5 of the world's most incredible abandoned ships. From the Titanic's tragic depths to the haunted Queen Mary, each ship is a monument to a different era. Which story blew your mind? The speed of the SS United States, the Costa Concordia's disaster, or the ghost ship that vanished? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this adventure, hit subscribe and turn on notifications for more epic explorations. Thanks for watching. You're the best. See you in the next video. Peace.